My name is Monique Guild, and I'm a business intuitive. And what I do is just to fill you in a little bit, is I work with corporations and individuals that have become stuck or blocked in business. And I help bring projects and businesses and careers and corporations up to a whole nother level. And at the same time, a few years ago, I did a documentary across the nation where I was interviewing people that had gone for a dream or a vision that they had, and in spite of all the obstacles that they had encountered while accomplishing their vision, they hung in there, they stuck it out, they achieved it, and somehow now it's uplifting and helping mankind. And what I've done is I've chosen some people to be on my show with me, and today I have one particular guest I absolutely adore, to speak with us a little bit about his adventures and maybe some obstacles he's been through and success he's been through. And we're just going to have a conversation today and hopefully give you some tools on how to move forward in your business and career and live the life of your dreams. And thanks so much for being welcomed here and welcoming us into your living room. I really appreciate it. And also too, you're more than welcome to call in if you have any questions. And that would be GotWebTV.com. And I'd like to welcome here Dr. Joe Dispenza. He's from the movie What the Bleep Do We Know? Lots of people out there know your work and what you've done and involved with the brain and neuroscience and neurophysicist and brain technology, just everything having to do with the brain and quantum physics. And thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure to be with you, Monique.
Yeah. So tell me, Joe, I know in your own life that you've really been, you've had tremendous success now with the movie and everything that you're doing. And now you're lecturing all over the world and everybody gets to see and be a part of your work. And you've helped so many people evolve and go beyond their present circumstances in their own life. And I'd like for you to talk a little bit about that.
Sure. I think that when we look at our own personal goals and dreams, I think that when we begin to piece together something that we want to have happen to ourselves in the future, that there's two elements that we have to develop. The first element is called intention. And because we all share the same brain and we all have the same parts in place, intention is naturally a process that we go through when we want to begin to get clear on what we want. So getting clear on what we want is, whether it's success with a business, success with a relationship, success with a personal adventure or personal endeavor, what does that look like to a person? What is the dream that they want to begin to embark upon? And the clearer they are on it, the more direct they fine-tune the instruments to that destiny. And the other element has to do with surrender. That element of surrender means that it's not going to happen exactly the way you want it to happen. It's got to happen in a way that's unusual and unpredictable and a little bit outside of your conventional understanding. That's called evolution, because if it happens in the predictable sense, then it's already a known bit of information and it's difficult for us to say that it's a new experience. Mm-hmm. So wealth then, or success, happens right outside the reach of what we know. And we have to begin to create this dance or this balance between intention and surrender. When we surrender to an idea, it means that we're giving it up to a greater force or a greater mind. We are letting the quantum field of potentials, God, the universe, whatever people call it, the greater mind, begin to orchestrate events equal to our intention. So if we have our conscious mind directed on something, our subconscious mind will lead us there. Oh, now, most people, they get lost at this point because they use their senses to determine reality. So they may say, I want success, and I want wealth, and I want a breakthrough. And they put a small amount of work into change. Mm-hmm. And then, the next day, they're checking their bank account to see if anything's changed or anything's happened. And of course, that is a very minute way of addressing a very larger picture. We can't be fooled by our senses. We have to begin to see then that there is a progression of forces that take place over time, and our present reality was created from our thoughts, from our past reality.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to back up a little bit, because you've just said a chunk of information that a lot of people may go, whoa, wow, what is this guy saying? I mean, because you've just said so much, and so I want to break it down. So when I work with clients and I talk about setting their intuitive goals, their soul's purpose goals, how do they know when they're on their intuitive goal soul track? How do they know when they're off of it? And you just speak about intentions.
Right.
Okay, it's the same thing. And I also talk about the detail, because as detailed as I say that the more detailed we can be about what it is that we're creating, it makes the universe not guess what to bring us.
But the details about the outcome should only be the details you're focusing on. How that comes about, you have to loosen up your beliefs, you have to loosen up your rigidity, you have to loosen up your mind to an outcome that you haven't even thought about yet. Because if you've thought about it, it should have already happened, right?
Right.
So there's got to be this way in which we are open to possibilities that we're not really, we haven't entertained. If we don't do that, then we're forcing the square peg into the round hole.